Welcome back at 9:51 a.m. Our final interview for the morning on News and Views with me, Julie Ali, right here on Salam Media. We're looking at a story in the Free State, and the Free State Department of Education says that fire damage to the Intutuko Katleho Secondary School in Vrede is estimated at 150 million rands. Not an amount to be sneezed at. Let's talk with DA councillor in the Phumelela municipality, Doreen Wessels, and find out how on earth did this fire start, what are the implications, and what happens to the learners going forward. A very good morning to you, Doreen Wessels. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Doreen, a shocking story. I mean, 150 million rands is nothing to be sneezed at. I mean, I can think about just how that money could be utilized, better utilized elsewhere, maybe health services, or maybe in the education department to create less overcrowding classrooms, etc. Do we know how the fire started? When did this happen? And is there an investigation to try and find out how the fire started?
On Friday, the 22nd of July, around about 3 a.m., the fire was reported at the historical. It was previously the Vrede School in Vrede. It was the school started in 1907, and later on it became the Katleho Secondary School. Although the people of the community immediately started to try to put out the fire, they were not able to stop the fire. When the municipal firefighters arrived at the school, the fire was out of control. Even a local aircraft that was deployed could not bring the fire under control. There was 25 classrooms and only 3 are intact. The reason for the fire is still under investigation, and we are waiting for the reports of the forensic experts, but some of the people on the scene said maybe it could be started from a heater that were left on. They are not sure. According to the Free State, yes?
Carry on.
According to the Initiative of Free State Department of Education, Mr. Faith Markwe, the school will be ready for use within a month. So the DA are concerned about that because we don't think you can rebuild the school in a month's time. But the learners and the teachers have been deployed to 2 other schools. The grade 8s and 9s are deployed to Vrede School in Vrede, and then the grade 10, 11 and 12 be deployed to Phumelela High School.
So, Doreen, there's a couple of issues here that impacts on the learners, the teachers, and the families. Because these children have to be deployed elsewhere, it's extra costs, I should imagine, in transport to get them there. And then a heavier burden on those 2 schools because they're taking in extra learners, and obviously the class sizes are just that much bigger. So it does create a burden on the learners and the teachers themselves. And sadly, a part of history has been destroyed in that part of the world by this fire, because the building was, very old. It was what you gave a date there in the early 1900s, and it was definitely a part of the history of Vrede, is it not?
That is so what you said, so devastating for the people that stay in Vrede, like an old lady who are 83 years old. She told the people that she had do her schooling in the Vrede school previously. Most of the parents, the children, the grandfathers far as were there at school. So there's a lot of history being gone now. And it's so sad that we have to look at this situation at the school. And it's in the middle of the town. So yeah, we really wanted to let the school be rebuilt, but you will never get the same things back. They also lose a lot of info because the fire started in the administration block. So all the info that the school kept for years are now gone. And yeah, it's a great loss. The children, the community immediately helped out with the children, and they will make sure there were empty classes at this school. So it seems like the school will now be divided into 2 schools, and the principal will still rule his school. It will be difficult for him, but I'm sure that the municipality and the Department of Education will help with transport to get all the children, especially the grade 12s, where they need to be.
Are you hopeful that the Department of Education will be able to keep up to their promise, would be able to release the monies? We're talking of 150 million rands, and obviously you're not very confident that the school will be rebuilt within a month. But even if it takes longer than that, even if it takes longer than that.
It's impossible. I think it's impossible to rebuild the school in a month's time. And we are concerned about where are they going to get the 150 million rand, because we know the situation of the state and the money. I don't think the budget for emergencies like this, but we are hopeful that they will do that, because they promised, and then they must do that.
Quite a setback to the community of Vrede. Not only have you lost a part of your history, but a setback for all of those learners and the teachers affected. We really are sorry, at the sad loss of the school, and we do hope and pray that another school is built in due course. But obviously, you are skeptical because it is a huge amount of money. But we will follow the story. We hope and pray for a good outcome for all of the people in Vrede. Thank you indeed for talking to us, and go well.
Thank you so much.
That was Doreen Wessels, the DA councillor in the Phumelela municipality, talking about a fire that has totally gutted a school, the Katleho Secondary School in Vrede. And what is so sad about this is that the school has huge historical significance. It was built in the early 1900s. It's been completely gutted. And of course, even though they rebuilt the school, it has lost a lot of its historical significance and the beauty of the architecture of the early 1900s. Well, that's it then for the show for today. It is exactly 10 o'clock. Thank you indeed for being with me on the show today. And inshallah, let me just give you a throw forward. Coming up tonight with Inayat Wadi between 7 to 8 o'clock, the Madrasa Discourse Program with Professor Ibrahim Musa, Professor of Islamic Studies at the University of Notre Dame, and the Keough School of Global Affairs. Between 8 and 9, a panel discussion on President Ramaphosa's energy measures. To talk to us on that show is Adil Chabaleng, energy analyst and also an energy expert from OUTA, that is obviously the organization undoing tax abuse. We don't have the name of that guest as yet, but we will release it in due course. So please do watch live on all Salam Media social media platforms. It is a show not to be missed. And next up, we have Juice 27 with Mishari Rashid Al Al-Afasi. So let me just say that name once again. It is Mishari Rashid Al-Afasi, Juz 27. Until Monday morning, do enjoy the rest of the week right here on Salam Media, news and views with Inayat Wadi. And also tonight, that bumper show of his. Take care on the roads. Stay safe. Keep warm. It is Assalamu alaikum and Khudafiz from me, Julie Ali.